What's good? What it do? You already know who it is. It's Mr. UKNOOo TV up in this mug. You heard me? Now check this out, right? As I say, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for liking the videos, for watching the videos. I want to thank all my subscribers. I want to thank all my new subscribers, man. Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. And for those that's watching the video, please hit me with a like. If you're feeling the content, hit me with a subscribe. You know what I mean? You already know. But yo, we about to get into this, you know what I mean, reaction of how the industry and how the record label really work. Alright? You know what I mean? But before I get into any of that, I'm gonna get into this right here. You heard?
I ride around with the pistol on the side. I blow it down, put the dollar to the sky. We coming through, you niggas gotta hide. What it do, you know it's homicide.
Spitting stupid reckless thoughts got me feeling hectic. That's life for your ass, grow up fast. Learn the ways of these streets, envy's always lurking. Devil's out, weak.
Labels really work. So let's get into this, man. Let's get into this.
The truth is, many kids grow up idolizing their favorite artists, praying that one day they can get signed to and become successful artists. With a life that seems to come prepackaged with fame, money, and women, most artists can only dream of getting their music to record labels. And how could you blame them? Not many people would turn down an opportunity that could provide financial, women, and most importantly, fame. What if I told you that this
And yo, these labels, they know that. That's why they jerk most of these artists or put them in that 360 deal, because they know, I mean, that money's gonna get them out. But then again, most of these artists are already going into money. You know what I mean? So they already got an advantage. They just gotta get their joint out there and start making more money. So
exactly what record labels wanted you to believe? That this is, for the most part, was an illusion used to lure your talent in so they can trap them. From manipulating artists to deceiving the public and even profiting on.
Birdman is the biggest scammer out there when it comes to music. Man, I thought Diddy was bad. I think Birdman beat Diddy. I think Birdman beat Diddy. But Diddy just know how to do his shit smarter. Birdman is sloppy with his shit.
Record labels are far more dark than you could ever expect them to be. Join me in this episode as we uncover dark truth about record labels. Since the beginning of the music industry, record labels have had two reputations. One, that if you get signed, you're infamous. Two, that record labels are evil and out to rob the artist. Now, both of these could be true, just not for all artists.
I think it depends on the artist. You know what I mean? They know, excuse me, they already know who they gonna want up next. You know what I mean? Like, they know that. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? If they feel you got talent, but they don't want you and you're not responding correctly like to what they want, you know what I mean? The Illuminati, you know, the higher ups. If you're not doing what they want, then you're not going nowhere, bro. Sorry.
There's nothing more than a machine loan you would get from a loan shark. They have designed it to always be in their favor, giving them the advantage over artists. The way a record deal works is complicated for artists to understand. That's why they have lawyers. But to simplify it, in most cases, a record deal is a loan given to an artist, but an artist can produce a highly desirable body of work, and the profit from such body of work can pay back the loan given by the record label and any other expenses. Whatever is left then split between the record label and the artist. So if you're signed tomorrow to a $2 million deal, it does not mean you're receiving $2 million. This actually means you're being lent this amount throughout the duration of your contract. When you sign, you will receive an advance, usually a good chunk of money that can wow an artist.
Yeah, that good chunk of money that can wow you. And then what's up next? Y'all in bankruptcy. Come on, man. Y'all smarten up.
Who has never seen such an amount. This is even to trap the artist. I know that artist is going to spend this, putting themselves in debt. The record label even encourages the artist to spend the advance, advising them to use the money to move, buy expensive clothing, and vehicles, so that it'll improve their image. This is the beginning of the trapping cycle. Now an artist is in debt. Your deal was worth $2 million. Let's say the record label gives advance $500,000. You now have left $1.5 million, but you technically owe the record label $500,000 before any money have been spent on any production of your music. Now you hit the studio
and they gonna make sure they get their money quick. Before you even get anything, they getting their money. Yeah, they gonna recoup that first. Best believe that.
Make them hits. You're then taken to a recording studio of best quality, costing about $120 to $300 an hour. The label will book this room for a week or even a few. All of this coming out of your remaining $5 million. Let's say it costs you another $200,000 just on studio time to complete your album. Now you're left with $1.3 million, and now you owe $700,000. Now to make a hit song, you need a hit beat, and in some cases, a whole song from a ghostwriter. So labels will contact producers and writers who can charge anywhere from
all that is money. All that costs us, and all that is on your dime. You know what I mean? So play with them and be a rapper. You better be very good at it. You know what I mean?
$25,000 to $500,000 per beat. Let's say you spent another $300,000 on beats.
Unless you're a hot beat maker yourself, then you can make your own beats and you don't have to worry about buying nobody else's beat. You know what I mean?
You're now left with $1 million, but you're in debt for $1 million. After you make yourself some hit records, the label's gonna need to promote your music. Even though you spend your money on clothes and jewelry and expensive cars, that all might look nice and feel good to own, but doesn't build the brand or sell records. Artists need marketing to sell records, so record labels assign marketing teams to the artist. A marketing team then goes on to strategically map out ways to build
to get you that fan base and to get more money for the label and then for you.
More clout for the artist. They'll start paying playlist owners to play an artist's music on top of the streaming playlist, spending around $250,000 to get an artist placed on the best Spotify playlist. Then they contact radio stations, and paying the stations to play an artist song is illegal. They find a way around this. A record label will have a certain amount of commercials on a radio station. This covers up how they pay radio stations to play the artist's music. So now let's say that a record label gives a radio station $200K to throw your song in rotation at the best hours and promote your upcoming live events. You're now at $550K, and you're now in debt $1.5 million. Now the
and it's still adding up. It's still totaling up. So, and all that's coming out of your dime.
entire time you were making music and being creative, you had a team and a manager behind the scenes working endless hours making things happen. All of those people are being paid by you, even if you don't know it. Let's say you pay your staff another $200,000 and are now left with $300K, and you're in debt $1.7 million. Now that you're going a buzz and your songs are up, artists are going to want to start. So this requires travel expenses and hotel expenses. Since you're not
Ching 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 ching, adding up. Hey, you know what I mean? Being like an artist or professional athlete or actor, actress, a model or anything, you got an expensive lifestyle. You know what I mean? Don't nothing come cheap. You gotta pay a lot. Like that lifestyle is a lot. So that's what you're gonna do. Be prepared for that. Be prepared to get sued a lot by people. You know what I mean? And you know, make sure you pay taxes.
famous, you now live up to a high life image. Artists will start to fly private, and this can cost anywhere from $20,000 a flight to $50,000 a flight. When they land, they have to stay at the best hotels and most expensive rooms. The label will also need to rent and customize a tour bus. All this can actually cost tons of money. Let's say on the low end, $500,000. Now you actually over your initial budget with $200,000, leaving you in total debt of $2.2 million. Now this,
and that's not including gas to fill up to how many cities you gotta go to. Say you got like a 20 city tour, 30 city tour, 35 city tour. That's gas, yo. And them tour buses ain't cheap in gas. I'm pretty sure they take diesel fuel instead of regular fuel. You know what I mean? So that's cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
the part where artists say, well, it's all worth it because I'm going to blow up and get that money back and make more money than what I owe and get rich. It's not as easy as it sounds. Let's say you're lucky and you happen to land the record on the charts and the song becomes a hit. Keep streaming your song nonstop and it's all over the airway. Let's say you're on $3 million. Before you could even think of touching any of that money, the record label needs to recoup their money back first. The $2.2 million you owe gets deducted now, and there's $800,000 left. Most people think that the artists sign deals and get a good percentage on their royalties. In most cases, unless you're an established act, your royalties looks around lines of up 8%. For some artists, going as low as 4%. Meaning that an artist will only see 4 to 8% of profit made.
See, and it depends on how your deal is also. How you work your deal, manage your deal. You know what I mean? And it depends on if you know what I mean, you come with your own lawyer or you using their lawyer. Because if you use their lawyer is gonna jerk you and you know what I mean, put the favor into their hands instead of yours. So you gotta be careful with that. But Yeah, man, you gotta have your own lawyer and we got a deal. Make sure you ain't getting locked in at 360, and make sure you get your publishing, your distribution, or whatever. You know what I mean? You get most of your money for touring and all that. You know what I'm saying?
The label was generous when they signed you and gave you 8%. You would make a grand total of $64,000, while the record label pockets the remaining $736,000. Now you might ask yourself, don't artists get to keep all their show money? This is not completely true. See, labels tend to sign artists to different types of deals, and new artists usually sign to 360 deals. A 360 deal basically means that a label will be able to profit off anything an artist does associated with music, meaning that a label can take a cut of any shows alongside other expenses that come with touring. Even big name artists.
And you know what? That's fucked up because that messes with your craft. You know what I mean? You like, you know what I mean? I the one that wrote these songs and you know what I mean? Like put these out there for y'all to get half of what I'm getting on shows when I'm supposed to be getting most of the money from shows and shit like that. On top of y'all raping me for this, and I'm getting pennies for that with your publishing and all that. Like, it's not a lot what people really actually think it is. But when you is an artist and you making that money, yeah, it is. It comes fast. It comes fast.
Some difficult positions. More often than not, leading these artists to resigning again to the same label for more dance money. This is how they trap an artist. An artist takes more money and gets back into more debt. Not only do labels control the artist through financial ways, they also do it in a more direct way, often sculpting artists to fit a general mold, packaging them, and shipping them off as if they were a product. Labels will control what artists say and can't say. They will drill what the brands can wear and even how they can wear. Also manipulate the fans. See, record labels know if they have complete control of the artist, they could use that to manipulate the fans. They push agendas through artists and promote and sell an entire lifestyle. These record labels,
and that's what they do, man. They do that, so you gotta be on your A game. Like, listen, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that, because they're definitely try to force you to do that, to do some stuff you don't want to do, just to see if you would do it. Yeah, I mean, and you willing to obey by what they say in order to remain in that industry. You know what I'm saying? So blackball and all that, yeah, it's definitely in there.
Have sinister motives behind what they do. Often they're not pushing satanic values through music of the biggest artists with or without artist consent, because they own the artists. Knowing artists will do anything to live the dream like that sign they themselves are selling. When we are young, we watch artists on TV live such a mild life. This is the way that labels program us to want to buy from them or sign to them. Exactly. If you're a fan, then you will take artists more serious if they're successful and famous. Yeah. And some people motivate them to make similar life decisions. If you're an artist, then you would look at these labels as your ticket into the music industry. The only way you can make it big. That's exactly what record labels want you to believe.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe, but then in ways like they push you out there more. You know what I mean? But if you stay independent, you get majority of all your money. But then again, at some point in your career, like that label will give you that super extra high boost in what you're getting. So I can see why some people go to the label, and I can see why some people stay independent. You know what I mean? So it depends on what role you want to stay on and what role you want to go. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, man.
Believe. They need you to think that signing to them will be the only way you can succeed. In reality, where the record labels don't have any artists, they wouldn't make any money. So they sign artists in order to get paid. But it would be fair to every artist they sign, the record label executives would make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. So they have a way to make artists want to sign to them for little financial gain. Back in the day, this was much easier to do due to the fact the internet didn't exist, nor did our current technology. So other artists needed the record label's money and resources for studio time and marketing. Now with the internet, it's a lot harder for labels to continue to use this as leverage, so they use already signed artists as walking billboards to attract new acts to sign bad deals. Upcoming artists, seeing other established situations and lifestyles, put them signing these deals. Where things get even darker is when an artist...
Yeah. And that's crazy, right? Because you gotta realize, when these artists pass, these labels got life insurance on them. You know what I mean? So they can still keep collecting the money. Because I'm pretty sure, like, some of them maybe smoke the pants down, or, you know what I mean? They can do whatever, but in that, the label is gonna recruit all that money because they automatically life insurance out on you. You know what I mean? Just in case something happens. Which they already know most of these rappers are gonna die or get killed or get shot or go to jail or, you know what I mean, whatever it is. They know this. You know what I mean? It's the type of game they play. It's the type of industry that they're in. So it's crazy, man.
Pass away. Believe it or not, record labels actually love this, seeing this as an opportunity to make even more money. So when an artist dies, it ignites their career, leading record labels to make more money. You often see record labels trying to capitalize off dead artists. See the case of Juice WRLD after he passed. His record label has been accused to build hype for other artists. They have released songs with a recycled Juice WRLD as a feature on a Kid Laroi, using Juice WRLD's name to promote Leroy's music to Juice's fans, hoping some of them will cross over. The record labels have controlled the music industry since the beginning, setting rules in their favor and rigging the game so they can always win. The artists in debt and unsatisfied with their career. The label uses the artist to pass to investors. They use the artist to sell you a lifestyle that they control you with. Then, when an artist has no more attention from the fans, they drop them. I'm advising all artists not to sign to a record label. I'm simply stating that is not what it looks like. If you're going to sign to a record deal, make sure it's the right one.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm telling you. Make sure you're a lawyer for everything. You know what I mean? Because they would jerk you. They would jerk you.
When you do get an advance, maybe save most of it. Don't use expensive studios to less expensive producers. Don't record labels use the same tactics they have used for years to enslave artists.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching. This was
Yeah, man. That's crazy, though. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all definitely gotta be careful on what y'all doing, especially going in this business and trying to be in the industry. Yeah, even in any major industry, yeah, that you're trying to be in. What they're gonna try to jerk you? Illuminati gonna come for. You know what I mean? That's if they want you, but if they do, they're gonna come for you, and you gonna know it. You know what I mean? You gonna know it. So this, yo, man, y'all be careful out there, man. You heard, man. Fame and the glitters and glamour ain't all what it's saying. It ain't all what it crack up to be, because half of these rappers out here are broke. Okay, they're broke. They owe 'em. You know what I mean?